Hey Clashers, a new strategy today, which is not going to include Queen Short. That's the first thing already. I know a lot of you want to have some different things, and I know there's healers in this armor composition, but trust me, this is not going to be a Queen Short strategy. Instead, it's going to be a Warden walk, hero dive, rocket loon attack. Trust me, and this is quite crazy, okay? We're going to dive into a couple of attacks in just a second, and I will explain exactly how to use those attacks, and I mean, let me know how it works for you, because for me it was a lot of fun. It is something different, and I want to give a huge shout as well to Timtastic from Reported Gaming, because he inspired me with his attacks at Clash Worlds, where he did something similar with Lalo as a backend, but I felt like Lalo, rocket loons are more fun. But what is fun as well, if you're buying any of the offers which are in-game at the moment from Hammer Jam or any of the skins, make sure to use a credit code. It supports us creators a ton, and it's always super helpful. And if you want to support me, it's code iTzu. Really appreciate that support. Really, truly appreciate that. And well, let's dive into the attacks. This time though, in this video, we're going to do things a bit different, because I really want to concentrate on the guide aspect of this one, which means I'm going to talk over the attacks. You can already tell. But what is important in this one is I want to explain this to you guys as good as possible. So what are the goals? What are you going for with this strategy? First thing, combination of Flame Flinger and the Warden. This is one of the strongest things in the game at the moment, I feel like. And this is why I love this combination so much, because I'm getting kind of bored of Smash in general. So I'm loving those hero dive squads where you can take down a lot of things in the base. And you're starting things off pretty much always with this Warden Walk and Flame Flinger combination. This is just so strong, and as soon as you can tank Expos or Mortars or anything with your Warden and combine that with your Flame Flinger, you're going to have great success. After that, you're going to try to lure your Warden over into the hero dive, which means Queen in there, the King in there as well, trying to push them, and you have the jump spell in your army comms as well to get as far into the base as possible. The only thing now is the rages. The rages, try to use them as early as possible, and try, if possible, plan them that your healers are going to go into the rage, because the healers have to keep your heroes alive. It's really crucial. The next thing is the Royal Champion. You have two options over here. First thing is push your heroes into the right direction. This is the option which I'm going for right now. Using the Royal Champion at the bottom side, trying to push my heroes further into the core, straight into all of the Inferno Towers, straight into all of the Expos, because you need to take down a lot with this strategy with your heroes. It's really crucial. So that's the first option. The second option, you can send the Royal Champion with the Rocket Loons, which we're going to send in a later example in this video. But for now, you can see really easy taking down the entire core of the base. The Flame Flinger is still doing great stuff at the top side. And then, as soon as you feel like, okay, now's the time to go, that's then the point where we're using the Rocket Loons. Remember though, don't waste Headhunters. Headhunters, especially on a back-end hero, can be a game changer. Because remember, you don't have the Warden. You don't have anything to protect your Rocket Loons. So you have to be really careful about those. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do with the Headhunters, tanking with the Rocket Loons, and then sending in the Headhunters to take down the Queen, overwhelming the backhand scatter shot, and getting all of the defenses down. I know this base is not maxed out. Before you're going like in the comments and iTzu, this base is not maxed out. I know, we're going to dive into more of different bases and everything, but I mean, it's still somewhat start of the season, so I cannot really control whatever I'm going to get, and that's the main reason why this base is not maxed. But either way, we're getting this nice 3-star in on this one. This was the first base, and we want to obviously have way more example and way more attacks to show you how to actually utilize this strategy. Because, as I said, for me personally, when I tried it in my stream with some of my viewers and everything, it was a lot of fun. It's something different. It feels a bit a fresh version of, well, just different strategies. Next base, it's a box base again, but this time around, though, it's completely maxed out. Overall, we want to do something similar as an approach. But now as well, you might wonder, why is there exactly a skeleton spell in your army composition? The reason is kind of simple. First off, the skeleton spell is kind of flexible, which means you can use it for whatever you want to. You can try to activate the Town Hall, you can try to do, I don't know, tanking on the back end on the single Inferno Tower. There's a lot of options. For me, I'm using it on this one to activate the Town Hall. Yes, I have to use 2 spells for that, where like an Earthquake would only use 1 spell slot. But at the same time, the Earthquake is just not flexible. The Earthquake is always used to activate the Town Hall, otherwise it feels like pretty much useless. While the Skeleton spell is more flexible, and that's why I prefer the Skeleton spell over, for example, something like the Earthquake. For us now, I'm using the Invisibility spell because I'm just super afraid. There's the Ground Expel, and if my Flame Fling would have went for the Archer Tower next, and then would have pathed around the Elixir Collector or something weird happening, this could have going downhill really quickly. With the Warden creating the funnel, so we have our hero dive again into this, flank of the Town Hall, or like of the base overall. Which means we're getting quick access into the core with our jump spell again. And this is not like a smash attack where you're trying to take down the entire base with your push. No, this is all about taking down the core. After that, it's fine. If your heroes can tank back and defenses, it's even better. But it's not really that it's your entire success in this attack is relying on, taking down the entire base with your push. No, it's all about just making sure that the key defenses inside the core are taken care of, and that the Rocket Loons then can like sweep in and take down the back end. This is the idea of this one. For us right now, taking down the defending king with our Headhunter, using the Royal Champion there as well to get a nice push into the Multi-Throne Tower. Remember, Multi-Throne Tower as well as for normal Lalo, it's quite a big problem. For us now, raging the healers again. As I said, it's quite important to keep your heroes alive and rage those healers up as long as possible. And now just the backend overwhelmed again with Rocket Loons. The cool thing about this is that you don't need any spells for your backend. It's really, really important because with regular Loons, you either need a tank, which is a Hound, which is 30 housing capacity, or what you need as well is just spells to get into the base quickly, which you don't need with the Rocket Loons. So you can really overwhelm the backend. Take a look at that. This is just such a beautiful overkill on this base. Really, really nicely taking down this base. No chance of seeing it tomorrow. And that was just another example of how this strategy can work. But I think we should now take a look at one more base. And I know it surprises me, but I feel like a lot of people are always saying they're finding so many ring bases in Legend. I don't see them too often, but I have one ring base example here. So what exactly are we looking for when taking a look at this attack? The one thing you're looking for in this type of ring base in general, like overall, it doesn't matter if it's like a ring base like this, or it's pretty much always the same approach. So what you're doing is taking down one of the corners with your Warden Walk. You have to take a look at which corner is really nice for it. For example, for us, at the top side, we have the defending king and the Warden, so that's a really heavy area to go through with the Warden or a Flame Flinger. For us now, the bottom side is way less protected. I placed my healers into the air defense, but let's ignore that fact, okay? So we're doing this strategy with one less healers because I'm just different, okay? The next thing is, on one of the flanks corners, which means either the 3 o'clock or the 9 o'clock side, then you want to use your Flame Flinker. It's not about taking down a huge value, okay? It's not about like trying to find the perfect spot where you can take down the Eagle, all the scatter shots, all the Inferno Towers and everything. No, it's all about pathing, really. It's all about creating this pathing so your push with our heroes is going to go straight into the core. That's what this is all about. For us right now, waiting for the Warden. As soon as the Warden has done his job, taking down the Multi-Throne Tower, creating the first step, the first pathing, well, that's then the go time for us. That's then the go time where we want to send our troops in. On this one thing as well which you can do, use Rocket Loons to take down mortars. That's possible. In this one, my excuse is that I was still new with the strategy, okay? But if it's possible to take down mortars with Rocket Loons, it's really nice, so your Flame Flinger is having more HP in general, which is always good. With open walls, well, wall breaks are sometimes tricky. That's why we have to jump, to get just the push into the core without any problems. This is one of the most annoying clan casts for this attack. It's a triple ice golem, which means your king, the entire ability, the entire Warden ability with those barbarians covered is wasted because they're not getting any value. The time where they're already able to move again, all of the barbarians are dead. So it's not a nice clan cast versus your strategy. But either way, for us it's looking good because the important thing, Queen has survived, and now we're going for the second option with the Royal Champion. We have talked already about earlier that there's two options of using the Royal Champion. The first option, funneling your heroes, which the Flame Flinger did in this attack, and the second option is with the Rocket Loons. Red tanking with the Rocket Loons, working together with the Rocket Loons, and getting some great value. For us, the Rocket Loons died off kinda quick. But that was because there's a lot of traps at the top side, and we're able to overpower this this highly stacked damage area of the space really nicely. And then we have a couple of rocket rooms saved for the back end. And with that, the Royal Champ and the Queen can really easily finish things off. If you want to give it a try, the strategy link is as always down below in the comments, and I can only recommend it. Try it out, have some fun. For me, it felt really fresh, something new. And as I said, huge shout out to Tim Tessie from Reported for the inspiring attacks during the Clash Worlds. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next one. Until then, see ya and bye bye.